None of us are not idiots at something. Einstein was an idiot. It's just that he was also not an idiot at some things. I'm sure that if you would have given him, say, a football and asked him to play a game with the local roughs, he would have been killed. Thankfully, he was not harboring ambitions of being a football player. Therefore, he did not wind up disappointing himself in that regard. He followed his heart, but mostly his mind, and we are all the better for it. But what about the rest of us? Pretty much the rest of us are just a bunch of fucking losers. And that's the thing that you have to admit to yourself. You're a loser. You might be top dog down at the hardware store. But beyond that, you're nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. You're not supposed to be. We all were raised to pretty much just fuck. Just procreate. Just make more of ourselves. That's all that we were asked to do. And somehow we really got way far away from that. And now we have these fucked up and contradictory beliefs about sex and about society and about what constitutes success. What do you think makes a loser? Chances are you are one, so come on, define it, baby. Come on, loser. Do it. We go our whole lives trying to prove that we're not a loser. And for what? Whose mind do we change? Maybe one or two temporarily who sleep with us for a time, but then we become estranged and they, again, consider us a loser. Funny that. So why fight? Why put out so much effort trying to prove that you're not a loser when the writing is already on the wall? For most of us, to not be a loser means being successful beyond our wildest dreams. Very few people reach that high plateau. So right from the very start, we're setting ourselves up to lose. Even somebody who grows up and says, I'm going to marry Tom Cruise. Even those who succeed in doing so wind up being losers in the end because they do not stay married to him for long. They eventually see that he's just a dumbass like everybody else. In fact, maybe more dumb. Is he a loser, though? I don't know. I think the definition of a loser, one that we can all agree with, is one who loses. In order to be a loser, you have to lose something or lose at something. And I think Tom Cruise has lost some wives along the way. So, yes, even Tom Cruise is a loser. So once you wrap your head around that, maybe there's a chance that you can pull yourself out of your own asshole and get on with a happy life. Because happiness is independent of what other people think about you. If your happiness is wrapped up in what anybody thinks about you, you've already fucked yourself. Because you're putting yourself at the mercy of other powers. That is not the key to happiness. I say that as someone who has lost everything more than once. I gain it all back, I lose it again. I gain it all back, I lose it again. It's because I can't take it with me, babies, when I die. I'm going to play with it while I'm here. Could mean my money, could mean my penis. I play with both of them equally, truth be told. And shouldn't we all? Not my penis, your vagina, whatever you've got down there. Just open your shorts, everybody, right now. Open your shorts, see what you got down there. Play with it, all right? You've got From now until the day that you die, to play with yourself as much as possible. Bring yourself joy. Do not be ashamed of the ticklish feelings that you feel. Those are all perfectly natural. Love yourself for who you are. The messy, farting, picky. Did I say farting already? Yes. The gas bag on the couch. Love yourself. Because at the end of the day, nobody else will. Everybody, even people that you have made, move on. They go on about their own merry lives. They don't, want to necessarily live in the same house with you anymore. And why is that? It's because, you're not that big of a deal. You're not that big of a deal. You're a loser, man. The minute your kids walk out that door, going off to college, going off to war, going off to, whatever life that they have chosen for themselves, you've lost them. You get to see them on holidays. You might as well be in prison, man. They only come and visit you on holidays. So what? Let's say that tomorrow morning you walk out of your house with a big tattoo on your forehead that says loser. What do you think is going to be the response of the public at large? I would bet that not very many people are going to say anything. They're going to look at your forehead. They're probably going to look away, or they're going to laugh or something. But I don't think anybody's going to say anything. What do you say to somebody who has already declared themselves a loser? You've pretty much taken the ball out of their court. They're like, well, okay. You got me there, buddy. And that's a pretty cool thing, I think, You've pretty much disarmed the whole world. And now you're able to just kind of walk around free, People are like, he is what it is. I don't want to get involved. And I'm just going to go about my day. Leaving you to be happy. Because you get all your shit done, You don't have to worry about confrontation. You've already declared yourself the loser. So everybody's happy just to be around you because by comparison, they're the winner, I guess. And if such things are important to them, then for that moment, you have provided momentary happiness to these empty shells. So embrace your loserdom. Life is too short to worry about getting to the top of a mountain knowing that you have to climb back down. And that going down is never any fun at all. In fact, hundreds of climbers who successfully reached the top of Mount Everest died on the way down. Can you imagine that? Oh my God, that is the ultimate gut punch. Oh yeah, you hear about Harold? What? Man, he climbed Mount Everest. No shit. Where is he? Oh, he died on the way down. You've planned your whole life to climb Mount Everest. Let's say that the idea first hit you in high school. So you immediately started climbing all the walls around town. The ones where you can go to the fitness center and climb an artificial wall that's about, 5, 6, 7 stories tall, maybe. And then you start amassing all of the equipment necessary to, climb the highest peak in your immediate area. Maybe you take a vacation out to Colorado and mess around up there in the Rockies a little bit. Nothing serious, just foothills and stuff, but you get a taste for the action and you like it. It gives you that buzz that you're looking for. So you ramp it up a bit, you start buying better equipment. This equipment might actually stay together if you fall. This might actually save your life. This is good equipment. And now you're broke, of course, but you've got good equipment. So you get out to the mountain and you climb it and you get all the way to the top and you're like, hey, cool, man. Somebody's already got our car here waiting for us. So again, you start planning bigger mountains. You get up to Everest. You're like, fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm going to the top of that motherfucker. I don't care what it takes. And so you do, you climb it. You go through hell to get to the top. You go through moments where it takes you a half hour to put on a sock because the oxygen is so thin. And you finally get to the top. And there's nobody there with a flag that says congratulations. And you must feel so fucking alone in that moment. Where are the cameras? Where are the sexy babes? Ah, shit, if I want to see any of those motherfuckers, I gotta climb all the way down. And I'll bet you there's a lot of people that go, oh shit, I did not think about that. I gotta go down this goddamn thing. Nobody ever talks about, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to come down Everest. Everybody just wants to climb it. And that's kind of like, hey, I want to go to the moon. Well, what about coming back? Oh, shit, I forgot about that. God damn it. Save the Everests for those who want to die on that hill. Do you want to die on that hill? No, you do not. History does not remember those who died on the hill. So embrace your loserdom. You're welcome.